Hey guys, welcome back to Striking Studies. So today I'm going to be explaining why do we fall ill part 4, and we're going to just see how to prevent infectious diseases. So to stop a disease from occurring by taking certain precautions is called prevention, and there are two types of methods, that's general methods and specific methods. So first we're going to do general methods. So the general methods, the first thing is safe drinking water because we can prevent exposure to waterborne diseases like typhoid, cholera, and hepatitis by providing safe drinking water. And also these can get contaminated, so you should always filter water to remove suspended impurities. The next thing is proper disposal of waste. So we can prevent the exposure to infectious diseases due to the stomach and intestine, which are spread through contaminated food, by ensuring proper disposal of waste. This is because the waste is kind of like a breeding ground for mosquitoes and other disease carrying organisms. So if they're properly disposed, mosquitoes and flies don't breed in the waste and contaminate us. And the next thing is the control of vectors. So you can just provide clean surroundings, and they can't breed and carry diseases if there's a clean surroundings. And vectors mostly include mosquitoes, flies, cockroaches, rats, houseflies, sandflies, anything which spreads diseases. So you can do this by spreading insecticides and also eliminating the sites which they breed in. And for example, mosquitoes breed in stagnant water, so we should treat large bodies of stagnant water to prevent the population of mosquitoes from growing. Next thing is having a strong immunity. So we have an immune system that defends our body from infectious agents. Immunity is the ability of the body to resist infection. Our immune system involves white blood cells or leukocytes. When infectious agents enter our body, white blood cells in the blood move to the area of infection. They isolate, engulf, kill, and digest the infectious agents. In this way, they reduce the number of infectious agents in the body, and the effects they wouldn't be allowed to multiply. As a result, there may be no significant effect of the disease. And our immune system also provides general prevention to infectious diseases by killing any invading microbe. And it's our immune system that protects us from most diseases. The next thing is taking a balanced diet. So if we need to take a balanced diet for the proper functioning of our immune system. And if you eat a balanced, nourishing diet, you will have better immunity, which means you'll be less prone to diseases. So the prevention of infectious diseases also depends on the availability of proper food. Now we're going to go into specific methods, like for specific disease. So we have things called antibodies and antigens. So the specific prevention is provided by the immune system when it produces some specific molecules called antibodies to fight against specific invading microbes or their products. And this is an antigen. It's produced by us. And antibodies are proteins made by the white blood cells called lymphocytes, which is also in response to any foreign substances called antigens in order to detect them and bind them with and destroy them. Antigens are usually proteins. They can be present on surfaces of bacteria and viruses. And the harmful chemical that some pathogens secrete can also be regarded as antigens. So antibodies fight antigens and antibodies protect us. So what happens when you get a disease for the second time? At the second infection of the disease, the immune system responds faster to destroy the antigens, as there are antibodies that already recognize them. As a result, we do not suffer from the severe form later. For example, if we had mild measles once, we will not suffer from its severe form later. And the key word right now is immunization, which is the process of stimulating the body to produce antibodies by artificial means. It can be done with the help of vaccines. Now, vaccines. So, a vaccine is basically a weakened or dead germ which is injected into us so that our body can can process and make some antibodies to fight, so that when the germ actually enters, our body is already prepared. Like, refer to the previous slide, because then we will not suffer from a severe form of it. And there's vaccines available for tetanus, diphtheria, whooping cough, polio, chickenpox, measles, mumps, typhoid, hepatitis, and many other diseases. And most of these vaccines are given to children under public health program of childhood immunization. For example, BCG for tuberculosis, DPT for diphtheria, pertussis, and tetanus. And next we have the pulse polio program. So this is basically a immunization drive against polio, and polio is a disease of the muscles and nerves which can cause paralysis. So to prevent polio, oral vaccines were given periodically to all children under the age group of 5. And since this age group is most susceptible to polio. And so this is basically an effort to eradicate polio so that no child will be infected by it. Now we're going to have a small story about smallpox. So, Edward Jenner, an English physician, observed that people who got cowpox did not suffer from smallpox. And cowpox is a mild disease that causes rashes on the hands. And smallpox is a very severe disease. And in those days, there was a lot of epidemics due to smallpox. So, Edward Jenner took some pus with a sterile needle from the cowpox rashes and injected it into the scratches made in the skin of an uninfected boy who soon got cowpox. After this boy recovered, Edward Jenner injected the boy's arm with pus from spots of a person suffering from smallpox, and the boy did not get smallpox. And because the body could just felt that smallpox and cowpox were the same, so it just gave the same antibodies to both of them. And Edward Jenner's experiment was successful, and he made the first vaccination. And also, the word vaccination comes from the Latin word vacca, which means cow, and vaccina, which means cowpox. Now to the fact of this video. The father of bacteriology title was given to Louis Pasteur. And that's the end of the chapter. If you like this video, don't forget to like and share, subscribe, comment down below how this video was. Meet you in the next video. Bye.